Hello guys, today I'll be showing you how to make your own unblocked site, unblocked game site. So yeah. Before we get into the video, I just want to tell you that I am aware that the audio quality of my videos are quite terrible, and I'm working on that. I'm saving up to get a new microphone, but for now, I'm gonna have to sound like this. If I ever get annoying because of the voice and everything, then you can just mute the tab or whatever you want. And just follow along with the video. Alright, so first thing you gotta do is open up a Google Sites, and it should look like this. And you want to delete this text, and you want to change the header type to a cover, just like this. Then we're going to head over to Unblocked Games Helper. This is a website I made for you guys, where it can help you get code for games and everything. Everything that you need to make an Unblocked Games website. And this will be a series of videos, and this Unblocked Games helper will get more games because it only has 2 right now. But I will add so much more for you guys to use, and credit is not needed. You can just use the games. Alright, so we're going to click into the tools area over here, and by the way, the link for this website is in the description. And just click into the tools, and we're going to go ahead to Text Studio. Now you can click on any one of these that look cool to you. I'm going to go into graffiti, then I'm going to click more results, and then you get a bunch of graffitis, little, I don't know, like fonts here. Looks pretty cool. So I'm probably gonna do the tattoo or the street. I don't know which one I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna do retro, but you feel free to do any one you want. Then the name of your website will go right here, so I'm just gonna do example, just like that. And then to change the background of this, I like changing the filling pattern by importing an image. Alright, I chose this image, and obviously you can make yours look better. This is just an example, and this looks absolutely terrible. But you're going to go into the download tab, and you're just going to download the PNG transparent. Okay, now we're going to head over to our Google site, and we're going to, not a text box, we're going to insert that image. And by that, I mean that logo that we just made. So we'll put this in the middle, and we'll obviously make this a little bigger. And then I'll put it in the middle, just like this. Now, if you're like me and don't like this default background, head over to the tools section in the area again, and we're going to go over to, totally just didn't add this link because I forgot. Anyways, it should be there now. We're going to head over to 4K wallpapers. Alright, and now you can choose an image. I don't like any of these, so I'm probably going to search up one up here. I'm just going to find some sort of space or anything that you like that will fit your theme of the website that you're aiming for. I think I'm going to choose this one. This one will be good. So I'll just download this in 4K. Now we'll go back to our Google site, and we will upload that image as our background. Keep in mind, this is just an example once again, and these colors don't fit that well, to be honest with you. But you know what? This is just for the sake of the tutorial. Alright, now we're going to go back to the website, and we're actually going to go into the search bar over there. So you can just click it here if you want. And then this is what it will look like. So we'll just copy all of this code, just like that. Then we're going to go back to our website, and we're going to put in the code. Don't click next yet. You can actually cancel, sorry. We're going to publish this website. Let's do like exam example 11223334. Maybe a little shorter. Okay, no. 11223334. What a great address. And then once it is published, we should be good to go. And also I'll name this example 11223334. Alright, no, you don't want that up there. Alright, so now we can actually insert, we can insert this, and now we're going to go into here, and we're going to change this Google site URL, and we're going to change it to the web domain area, so that would be example 11223334 for me, but you have to enter in yours. Then you want to scroll up until you find, until you find this, search Google site name. I'm going to change this in parentheses to your website, so in that case it's example 11223334. Just like that. Then we'll click next, and it should show like this. Then we're going to pull it up here right below example. Not below your logo. You get what I mean. And you want to make it as small as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty small. So now you should be able to search anything that you want, and I'll show you that right now. So just publish. Now, if we search anything up, it will also show up here, and then obviously nothing is named that, but yeah. So that should bring you to a search page. It just looks really cool. Now, for the naming of the home page, you can really do it as what you want, as long as it's not just default home. I like using emojis. Let's do maybe something like the home emoji. And then I like leaving a space, and then one of those things, I don't know. Just like this. Or you can just do a space in between them. I think that looks pretty cool. Just like this. So you get a little emoji with home there. Now, if you head over to my website, and if you click into this tab, it's called Copy and Paste. You want to copy this, and then you want to make a menu section, and paste it in here. And then the next section that we'll do is probably a games section. So we'll type in games. And then obviously we're going to want to hide this from our navigation. Actually, no, don't hide it. Show navigation. And then we will change this to side. So it should show games right there. I don't like that color. So we're going to make a theme. And we're going to color anything. Alright. Custom colors. I'm going to do black, and finally black. And then I'm going to do something like intermedium. You can do anything you want. Create theme. Then I want to go into colors. We're going to do background as black. And then in the navigation, I'm going to change this to black because I think it looks good. And then it should look like this over here. But so for the name, we are going to do your site name 11223334, and then we want to head over to my website, and then in the copy and paste section, we're going to copy this team logo, TN. Then I'm going to paste it right at the end here. Makes it sound professional, you know. But if your name is long like mine, then it's probably going to do this. But honestly, just don't make your name big like this. Because this is a little bit insane. Over the top, if you know what I mean. Next, we're going to add games under here. To make it actually, like, have games, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to click into one of the games that you want to add, and then copy the code. Or, no, not copy the, yeah, copy the code. Then we're going to make a new page, and we're going to name it, the name of the game. So I'm going to do the soccer ball for slope. Like that. I'm going to put this under the games category here. And then I should have it right here. But then, I want to copy that code into the embed section, then put it right under here. Oh my goodness. And then click on this and we're going to make it much smaller. Something like this. So then, if we click launch, it should bring us to the slope game, or any game that you chose. Then, you can do the same for 2D World if you'd like to stay ahead of the game. So I'll just do that real quick, and how to do that is just duplicate this page, and then I'll choose map, and then I'll do 2D World, and then you gotta change that. I'll change that in a minute though. And I'll just replace it, and it'll say launch 2D World. Then go into properties here, and we're going to Control C, and I Control V into here. And then here we are. What an intro. So yeah, here we are, 2D World. And then this is optional. If we go up here and then make this black, or the same color as your navigation bar, and then we're going to put in the version, or like any announcement, like site released. So I think I might do that. And then I'll put the date as well. The time of this recording, it is 4/15/2026. So there we go. April 15th, 2026. And then here we are. I'll put this in home page only. If we go into here, it looks pretty cool. I like this look. It has the website down here and all this extra stuff up here. Then we're going to publish. We can view, and then everyone else has this problem. You gotta keep on doing Control F5. There we go. So now we can search. This is what we've covered in this episode. We have a home with a search bar and a logo with a wonderful background. We have a menu section with games under. Then we have a clean little announcement banner up here. And game pages. Game launchers and everything. I think on the next episode there will be more games in the website here, and we'll focus more than just games. We will be doing a bunch more stuff. not just games. And you'll have to see what that is. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.